Wonder Woman 797. A lot of stuff to talk about with this issue, which is kind of surprising. A few things we need to bring up before we actually get into the book. Is this the first issue of Wonder Woman we're talking about after it was announced Tom King will be taking over the book in September? I think it is. There's going to be an 800 Spectacular, so we got 3 more issues until then, and then we're going to relaunch the title. So if you're not sold on this run, maybe just wait till September. This is also the first issue to deal with like the gods of the DC universe after the release of Shazam, Fury of the Gods, that movie that is doing poor in sales. So yeah, you know what that means to me? It means that we're probably not going to see another god adjacent event from DC for a while, which is probably for the best. This is also a tie-in issue to Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods. So if you're reading that book, you probably know what's going on. If you're not, and you're like me, because what was Lazarus Planet? It just felt like it was nothing, and I thought the main book ended already, so what is this tie-in? I don't know what's going on. It's weird. We ended the last issue of Wonder Woman with Hera teaming up with the Wizard of Shazam's world. And in this issue, we open up the book in the former temple of Zeus, I should say, and Hera is just beating the crap out of Diana, like, you sided with us and then you betrayed us. Like, wait, whoa. Something happened in between those books in a tie-in issue, which this is the tie-in issue to the thing that the actual thing happened in. I'm sorry, what exactly are we talking about here? Okay, Diana's got a new suit. She was betrayed by Hera or betrayed Hera or something. She decides she's going to help her Themyscirian sisters, but instead Hera's like, you lied. And now she's beating up Diana. So, okay. No context for that, but cool. I guess if you read the book that this is a tie-in to, that's great, but weird. Isn't it cool when just like your regularly scheduled comics just take a backseat to the actual tie-in that's going on? It's like, here's an event that's not really an event, it's more like a tie-in to actual events going on, but then the main book is going to be a tie-in to that kind of tie-in event. That's cool. So Hera hangs up Diana at the Promethean Cliffs. She's tied up with the lasso. She's hanging there just barely awake. She's being guarded by like Cyclops and Titans and stuff, which is kind of cool because we saw those in Shazam. You know, that's not really a spoiler, but it's kind of cool that they're in there. Hecate shows up to kind of just yell at her like, I can't believe you just betrayed everybody, Diana. That's so silly. I mean, I could help you, but I'm not going to. Who do you think I am? Someone that helps you? I'm not going to do that. You just see that Diana's like, okay, I don't know what's going on. This is making me mad. I do believe that my mother is going to send somebody to help me. If it's not you, would you please stop bothering me? So Diana is just hanging for a little bit longer. She's trying to break free of the rope. She's almost able to do it when a mysterious cloaked man dressed all in black shows up, kills the Cyclops, and frees her from the bondage. And she's just like, thank you? Who are you? It's like, don't worry about me. You could say I'm here because of your mother. You could say I'm here because of the Amazons. It doesn't matter. All it is that I'm just here now. You're like, okay, who is this guy? We don't get to know. This book doesn't tell us. Maybe we know in Lazarus Planet tie-in the Revenge of the Gods, but I'm not going to bother to read that. I think it's funnier that just this mysterious man saved Diana. So they escape. They fight some Minotaurs. It's pretty cool. They fight a couple of weird zombie things. What do they call them? They're just like some weird undead soldiers that work for Euronymous. It's probably Euronymous. He's like an undead soldier god thing. They fight him. They have to get through. They have to like evade the fight. And like the one guy dressed in black's like, I'll stay back, Diana. You have to get to Themyscira. Go help your sisters. I have an old friend with me that's going to be able to help you. And then Ratatosk shows back up. The squirrel from like the first run of this new era of Wonder Woman. That was like, oh my goodness. That's like a year ago now, right? More than a year. It's been maybe 2 years since that happened. Crazy. I do think this issue in particular feels the most like that original run where Diana was trapped in Valhalla and she was teaming up with the squirrel and she had to fight the serpent and get the bone and stuff. This one's like, hey, you're trapped to a thing. A mysterious stranger's going to show up and fight zombies while you dive into the sacred waters of the underworld, and you will appear back in Themyscira. So Diana dives into the waters. She appears in Themyscira. She is tracked by some of the undead soldiers. Nubia shows up to help her, and she's like, okay, I don't know what's going on, Diana. I just think the gods are being dicks. But some mysterious man showed up to help us the other day. And she's like, what do you mean a mysterious man? And lo and behold, it's the man in black who met with Nubia too before somehow. And he's just like, it's okay. Time works differently on Olympus. I got here same time you did. Or earlier or later. It doesn't matter. What matters is you have to get back to man's world and fight the gods on that turf. And I'm like, okay, I guess you do. Cool. So they leave like the whatever chamber they're in. There's an earthquake happening on Themyscira. Like the mist, like green mist starts emerging from the cracks of the earthquake. Is that supposed to be like the Lazarus planet, or is that just like an underworld thing? Now, again, I am not reading Lazarus Planet. I do believe that that's like what a Lazarus thing happens and like Lazarus takes over the world. I don't know. But like the undead creatures are falling from it or like climbing out of like the ruin of it through the Lazarus maybe. So I'm like, okay. What does this have to do with the actual Lazarus planet? Because isn't the Revenge of the Gods a tie into that book, like a side thing? I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. And to be fair, it's not that interesting. I'm not going to say this book needs a reboot, but I'm not surprised it's getting one, if that makes sense. It's all good by me. So Diana's going to sneak away with the man in black, and they're going to get back to man's world and find a way to fight people there. Very cool. That's where the Wonder Woman book ends, but this is also, instead of like the usual backups, which are the young Diana stories, we have a backup for Mary Blomfeld, Mary Marvel herself, who is the new champion of Shazam, until she's not, because Mary Marvel here is feeling very much like Yara Flor, where it's like we had a really cool idea, no one's letting us really run with the idea, and everything sucks. So Mary's like, okay, Billy has the Shazam powers, I have the Shazam powers, gods might be attacking Earth, I gotta go figure out what's going on. There's a big portal at, I guess, the Hall of Justice, or just like the embassy. Yeah, I think it's the embassy in Boston for the Amazons. She walks through it, ends up on Themyscira, joins a band of a couple. It's a trio of Amazons that are fighting on like one shoreline against the zombies. Mary's like, well, I can't let you fight them alone, so I'm gonna help you fight. And then her tie-in here is just her teaming up with some Amazonian ladies, and they just fight a couple of undead creatures. They eventually win the day because Mary just like blasts them all for lightning powers, and it's pretty cool. I do like seeing that Mary gets something to do that is separate from both Billy and the Shazam mythos. That's kind of exciting. It makes her a real character. And what also really works about this tie-in for her is the way she is like struggling to understand her role. She's like, do I help my brothers, but I have to talk to Wonder Woman, everything sucks, what kind of sister am I if I do this? And the Amazons were like, man, you are so thinking like somebody from man's world. Like, you are a woman, you are a powerful girl, you are allowed to do both. You can be a part of two worlds and have your own identity in between things. You don't have to neglect one or the other. Everything is possible. Do what matters the most right now. So she goes back with Hoppy to go save her world. Okay, cool. And we'll wrap up that storyline in the Revenge of the Gods #2. Cool. That's this Wonder Woman issue. Was it good? It was fine. You know, seeing like some cool god stuff's always exciting, and I really like Mary Marvel. If you haven't read the new Champion of Shazam book, please read it. It's really well done. And that character, I really hope gets propped up more in the new era, but we know that Billy Batson's going to be getting the ongoing with Mark Waid writing, so it's almost like, oh, are we really doing anything with her? She's going to be Yara Flor again. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why did we prop her up just to have her fail? I don't know. It's a tie-in issue. It's not that impressive if you're not reading the other one. New characters you don't really think about. big zombies that you've seen a million times over, and another character that's going to be renegated to the sidelines of her own mythology. So, yeah, not much to explore in this issue, just exactly what you're expecting. Wonder Woman 797, I am going to give a 6 out of 10. Thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.